Wait.
Jody McCullough, doggy
Wait.
drill sergeant.
They'll walk off leash. They never walk in front of me because I'm the pack leader. And as we walk, at any point in time, I can say, go. And they will run away from me at 100 miles an hour. All of them. They'll just go flying through the field. As soon as I whistle, they will turn and come back 200 miles an hour.
Just look at her, and you might think she's the puppy Pied Piper. Her dogs never leave her side. But McCullough is just assuming her role as top dog.
I relate to the dog on what the dog knows, which is their instinct and the way they communicate.
Right now she's training Dixie, a 4-month-old mini bull terrier.
I manually handle the food. My scent goes on it, then they realize where the food comes from. So what I'm telling her right now is this is my food and you don't get any until I allow you. And until she calms down, good girl. The other thing too is I stick my hands in the food when they're eating, because sometimes you have dogs that are dog aggressive, and even when you stick your hand in their food, they bite you. Absolutely not. Zero tolerance. All my dogs can eat out of one bowl at the same time.
McCullough grew up around dogs, made a career around canines as a vet technician and a bylaw officer, and now she's helping others deal with their dogs.
And it doesn't matter whether it's an 8-week-old puppy or a 5-year-old dog that you've rescued. It'll work straight across the board because you're appealing to the dog's instincts. It's the only thing they know.
This is Jody's technique in a nutshell. Because this is not the wild, most pets are followers. That means you have to be the leader, the pack leader. And like kids, dogs need structure. Now, Jody's worked with dozens of dogs, and so far, it's worked pretty well.
Just sit. Sit. Good girl.
Jamie Hardy almost had to return her German Shepherd, Jessie, shortly after she got her. The problem was Jessie wanted her cats for lunch.
It was like a rodeo in here. She'd run around, the cats would run, hiss, go everywhere. Nothing was off limits. If the cats would go on the counter, she was on the counters after them, knocking stuff over, barking. We couldn't walk her. She dragged me down the street to go for a walk.
That's when Hardy called McCullough, who gave her simple advice: become the alpha dog. Jessie was taught to be submissive to the cats and was placed in a kennel when the family wasn't around.
The kennel, that was something I wasn't sure about. I thought, well, she's a big dog. She needs a big space to roam, but she is happier in the kennel.
Now check this out. After 6 sessions, the cat's upset, but the dog's docile.
They can coexist, they can sit in the same room together. I'm comfortable letting her walk around, knowing that even if the cats taunt her, she's going to look to me for guidance before she goes after the cats. And if I tell her, Jessie, no, she'll walk away from the cats.
This owner says she's the one who's been trained and is now a believer.
I mean, how can somebody train a dog in 45 minutes, right? It just doesn't, it's not feasible. It takes, you think, years to train a dog to the way you want it. And no, she's a dog whisperer. She is, for sure.
McCullough says when the owners stick with her program, it can bring balance to a home. She thinks dogs should be family ambassadors. They are that and much more for her.
I think my dogs keep me sane. I mean, without the love of my family and without the love, the unconditional love of my dogs, they give me structure and discipline. As much as I give it to them, they give it to me. I get balanced from my dogs. I really, truly do. I think they give me more than I could ever give them.